This question on the probability seems a lot of students are not able to prove the quadratic equation. And some of you have issue with filling up the probability tree because the probability tree doesn't have nice number because there are some algebra here. So what you need to do is you need to be very systematic. So, but for example, here we started with n balls, 21 of them are blue and the rest are pink. So what I did was I organized the information here. So I organized the information. I know the blue ball is 21. I know the pink ball is n minus 21 and the total is n. So I need to know the total. I need to know the individual quantity. So if I want the probability that is blue, so it's blue over the total. So then that verifies. And if I want the probability of pink, it will be the number of pink over the total. So I think most of you, maybe until here, you're okay. So your thinking process should be like this, and so that your subsequent tree diagram is correct. You should be thinking, I take a blue out. So one blue is taken out. What are you left with? So originally there are 21 blue, you should be left with 20. But the pink has no change. So do you realize the pink doesn't have any change? So you should be asking yourself, what happened after you take a blue balls out? That should be what you're asking. And initially the total is n. Now the total is n minus 1. So if you want the probability of blue, you should be left with 20 blue and the total is n minus 1. And if you want the number of pink is unchanged and the total is n minus 1. So in any question, right, we have the common sense to think, what happened after you take that one out and you're not being replaced? So the same thing happened here. So if I have taken one pink is taken out, how much are you left with? So from the 21 blue, it should still be 21. Because there's no change in the number of blue. So from the pink, you will subtract 1 away, and that's how you get a minus 22. So the total also change. Well, you get 1 lesser. So the total is n minus 1. So you need to ask yourself, what happened? You need to think logically. So you visualize it. You literally take it out. How many are left? So then you can get the respective probability of blue. How many blue ball over the new total? How many pink ball over the new total? So you must be able to think in whatever situation that they give you. What happened after you have taken out? If you cannot think in that way, you cannot be branching out correctly. So from here, this person take 2 pink ball. So what is the meaning of 2 pink ball? Means pink and pink. That means I should use the 2 pink probability. So it's pink and pink. That means these two, if I multiply, I will get 1 over 8. Can see? So it will be these two multiply to give me a 1 over 8. And when you multiply, it's simply numerator times numerator, denominator times denominator, and then after that you cross multiply to get the quadratic equation. So some of you failed to show this and you went on to solve it. So it's okay. If you went on to solve it, you must display this working. Then you can get the full marks. So you get both positive answer and the question is asking, why would you reject one of the answer? So common sense will tell you, can you try to put your 2 answer back into the question? So the 33 versus 16. When you try to put it back, isn't it common sense that 16 is not possible? So 21 of them is already blue ball. So apparently the total has to be more than 21. Correct. So if you don't know how to explain, logically you return it to the question and see which one is feasible. So very direct. The blue is already 21. Your n has to be greater than 21. If not, your n, you cannot have 21 blue ball. That's common sense. And some of you couldn't do this, one blue, one pink. So there are two situations of one blue, one pink. It can be blue, pink. It can be pink, blue. You look at your tree diagram. You look at your tree diagram. The tree diagram will tell you the option. So you look at the tree diagram. So one of the outcome will be blue, blue. Another outcome will be blue, pink. Then it can be pink, blue. Or it can be pink, pink. So out of these four scenarios, the scenario that they are asking for is these two. So you just find these two and add them up. It's a very logical thing when you try to do probability. Okay, so look through the idea. Always think about what happened if you take it, what is left, then you can process the rest of the probability tree.